Scott Duke here, Revelstoke, BC, with Jamie. Actually, I'm
Hey,
throwing it
what's
over to
up,
you.
guys? What's up, guys? Jamie Cote from Nelson, BC, coming at you live for our Friday wrap up. Scott, how's your week, buddy? How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. Although I was saying offline here that it was a big week this week. Lots of we kind of were chatting a little bit about how like Zoom will suck all the energy out of you. It's like these like constant Zoom meetings, which you think it can be 5 minutes and then it ends up being 45 minutes. It's almost like we're watching a movie all day long, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I know exactly that feeling you're talking about. It's like we have to be. I heard a good analogy the other day. It's like when you first wake up in the morning and your phone's fully charged. It's like our bodies are the same way. By the end, it's like we got to recharge somehow, right? Whether
Yeah,
that's like remembering, because like how many times do you go and you haven't eaten for like 5 hours or drank any water or done something like that,
every day.
like we get screwed. But
Yeah, and I just took my trampoline apart for the winter, and that was my tool. That was my tool for re-engaging. Like you do a Zoom call and you're like all zapped out, and then I'd go out and do some bouncing, and I tore it apart. So because it can't be in
nice,
Revelstoke in the
nice.
winter, we get too much snow.
Totally. You know what I wanted to hear about was I want a little nugget from your book.
Oh
You're
my
the
mark.
most important book in the world.
That was last week. I'm not prepared for that.
Did you
Yeah.
did you already crush it or what?
No, 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 no. Although like I used to be able to crush a book in a week, but now I just have so much on my plate with a daughter too, and so with a new
Hmm.
daughter, I don't read as much as I should. So it'll take me a month to get through that book. That's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I used to read books just to try and like finish them and say I got done it. And then now it's like when I read a book, I'll like kind of read until I get inspired. Then I'll go like do and like be
Hmm.
inspired and then come back to it. It's like reading books is kind of like a different flow to me now, where before it was like, yeah, man, I read 5 books this year. Stoked.
Yeah, you got
Where
it. You got
you're
to
like, I
implement.
read 50 books.
Yeah. Okay. So what's our question of the week?
Question of the week is how important is momentum to achieving your goals?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you're on a train right now where you're doing a whole bunch of stuff with the exercise and the launching the new business, and so how's the momentum treating you?
It was crazy. Actually, last week I was pretty low, and then all of a sudden it was crazy. I came out of that low spot like on a rocket ship.
Yeah,
It was just like I came up, and now I'm just like I don't know when I'm going to hit the peak. But it's crazy because now I have this training. Last week I signed up for a coaching course. I made the decision that I was going to do a coaching course because I want to see if that's what path I'm going to head down eventually. And I'm like, might as well just do it now and see if it's something that I'm interested in. It's going to
yeah.
help me either way, self building and stuff. I met this amazing girl online, and she's a metaphysician. I don't know if you know what a metaphysician is. I didn't know what a metaphysician is, but it's very Nelson like. It's very
Right.
like it's like
Like
it's
it's
like the ass.
metaphysics with being a physician.
Exactly. So it's really about like mind, body, soul, holistic, like all that stuff. But
Mhm.
anyways, like reached out, chatted with her, and she's just super interesting. So I'm trying to get her to do one of these lives with me, and she's like super stoked on it. So it's gonna be neat to have me that can barely say the word
Yes.
talking to her and just like see what kind of connection we can have. And it'll just be like super fun. It'll be super different. So I was stoked on that, working on that. Reached out to another friend, Jackie Chapman, and she's actually doing this cool thing, like making these like amazing bowls and artwork and stuff. And like I want to have an interview with her. So it's just like a lot of things happening. And all of a sudden I'm doing the Success Summit, which is starts at 2 a.m. It started at 2 a.m. today till 10 a.m. And then tomorrow it's at 2 a.m. again because it's UK time.
Hmm.
And there was some wicked speakers on there, and it was like, dude, tomorrow I can't wait for tomorrow. It's gonna be so fun. Like when you get
Nice.
immersed in this stuff, like you were talking about doing your thing, it just starts building that energy. And it's like not only I can feel that energy, but then the people that I meet and I'm around feel that energy too. And then it's just like everything multiplies.
Yeah.
So momentum is key. I
I think our stream just dropped for a quick second, but it's back up. Anyhow, yeah, like speaking of momentum, it's just I think it's such a huge component, right? It's you get like picturing like pushing that boulder like up the hill, and then once it's just like anything. Like once you get that centrifugal force and it starts moving forward, and like when I talked about in our last live that I'm like setting up this summit, and oh yeah, okay, we're back live, so this is good. I'm setting at this summit, and like the hardest part is like getting things just churning initially, right? So I'm looking to get 30 speakers, and that first one is just so hard, right? And then you get the first one says, "Yeah, sure, I'll come on." It's like, all right, boom, it moves a little bit, and then the next one goes, "Yeah, I'll come on," and you just get this momentum going. And I think that it's just so incredibly important to have the momentum behind anything, otherwise it just doesn't really move. Like you
yeah.
need that energy, you kind of keep needing to infuse into it. So I think the momentum's just a huge element of getting to your goals.
Yeah, I mean, think of like a train, man. Like that, I think that's the best momentum analogy there is. Like it takes a lot of energy to get that puppy going, but
Yeah.
when she's hauling down the tracks, man, there's no stopping it, man. Truck, cow, whatever. Sorry, cow. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's going right.
Yeah.
It's it's a crazy thing, but it's nice. It's nice to find like when you have momentum and then somebody else has momentum and like it like compounds together, dude. Like
Yeah,
that's
for
when good
sure.
things happen. That's when like really amazing things happen. That's that's dope. So how many speakers do you have now, did you say?
11. Yeah, so it's like
Wow.
it's coming for sure.
So but now when you talk to your next speaker, you can be like, hey man, I'm doing this thing. I already have 11 speakers, right?
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
momentum piece. I think it's like it's so huge, right? So
Yeah.
what were the other things that got you stoked this week?
Um well, once I got out of my little slump, it was just I found this program. It's going to sound really silly, but it's just like it's a program that like allows me to put my like Facebook and Instagram and all my contacts in one place, and
Yes.
then it spits out like I kind of rate people from importance of who I need to talk to, and then it just makes me a schedule. So literally, I just click on my computer in the morning and open it, and it says, "You have this to do today. You need to reach out to these people today and talk to them." And I'm like, "Oh
Nice.
my god, I have a boss." It's like so good, dude.
I have a boss and it's AI at this point. You're now being run by the machine. What's the software called? Do you know?
It's called Teamsy.
TeamZ.
It's like a
Nice.
CRM software, but it's like dedicated. I mean, any businesses can use it, but it's just the idea that you can take, like I said, all your contacts and you put them all in, and then you rate them from like. So the thing with, I think you'll find this in your position too, where like sometimes you'll reach out to someone, you'll connect with them, and then you have a conversation with them, and then you're like, well, I'm going to follow up with them. But like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes those people slip through the cracks if you start talking to someone else. So this system makes sure that if you rate it like say a 5, that they're going to like follow up with them and put notes and like write all this stuff about your conversation and how it was, and like it's just, and it works so nicely together that it's like really quick and easy and very intuitive to use. And I just like randomly talked to this one girl, and I thought it was the name of her team, and
Right.
then I was gonna let it go, and then I just kind of like asked her, I'm like, what's this Teamsy thing? And she was like, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world, check it out. So free 30-day trial, tried it out. It's going to be part of my everyday DMO now. So I love it.
Nice. Yeah.
That was huge, huge.
So that was the stoke of the week.
It's pretty crazy. Yes, a computer program that tells me what to do was definitely in my
Oh, I'm
life.
not calling you out on it. Like when I find good software, it's huge, right? Like absolutely huge. Like mine from this
It,
week was I found a website online. This is like the world we live in right now, which is absolutely incredible. I found a website online or just looking at stuff and like, oh, I really like this site. Like I would like to mimic this site and kind of convert my site into this look and feel. And I went on Fiverr, and there's a guy on there, Maroof. I'll give him a shout out because he's amazing. And I messaged him. I said, "What would it cost to basically recreate this site in ClickFunnels?" $90. $90 later, and $90 and almost like, and by Wednesday of this upcoming week, I'll like tell people the link so they can look at it on our next week's show because it'll be up and live. But it's almost done. It's like heaven, absolutely heaven. So that was my stoke of the week. Like so good.
Dude, isn't it good just to like when things like that work together? It's like that $90 is so well spent
Ugh,
because
no
I don't
question.
know about you, but it would have been probably months to get what he's done in a week.
No question. No question.
Like our time is so valuable, man. That's awesome. I like that. What about what is it still snowing out there and stuff? Or did it all dry up?
No, we've got. I mean, we have snow in the mountains, but there's no snow on the
Yeah.
ground in town right now, which I'm happy with. I'm
Nice.
more than happy with that. It's all good as long as it keeps
Oh,
up top. So we open on the 27th. When do you guys open?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not. I have no idea. I just got a split board though, so I'm stoked to get out there and do some touring this season because the hell is going to be so crazy because of these times.
Yeah,
It's like,
it'll be a little bit more challenging. We'll see. I don't know. I guess I mean for you guys, it's not the end of the world because you aren't cramming into a gondola.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally. That's gnarly. That's
Yeah.
super gnarly. But I haven't even heard any of like the news. Should we like? Is there like an election or something going on? Like I have no idea what the world's doing.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you haven't
Should
been
we
following
bring
that.
that into our Friday wrap up?
Yeah. I don't think so. I was actually talking to today. I was communicating with two people from the United States. Like had Zoom calls with them, and I just left it off the table. I
Yeah.
didn't even mention it, because their brains are warped by it already for sure. It's all day, every day, and everyone's just kind of on the edge trying to figure out what the heck's going to happen.
Dude, I had some friends reaching out to be like we really like we want to move to Canada, and I'm like, I'll take you in, just get across the border, just like
Everyone says they
it's
want to move here until they experience a full-on winter. Maybe can move to BC. It's nice. It's not too cold here. Yeah,
no doubt,
yeah,
totally. But yeah, yeah, dude, I'm just hoping that this like I think my success summit this weekend, like after Sunday's done, I'm gonna like have so much energy and momentum to go into next week. And then
yeah,
there's another challenge that starts next week. I love challenges, man. Challenges are so good. And I have another one that starts on Wednesday. And
yeah,
then that just like that's gonna pretty much take me into December. And it's like time is flying by. And like I am so stoked for 2021, man. Like
yeah,
so oh, I didn't tell you about like my halfway weigh-in for the gym either. I should probably say that.
yeah.
3 weeks. So I went to do my weigh-in. So I have to lose 6% body fat
Okay,
in 6 weeks to get my money back. So it was like the thing was $500, right? And so I went to the gym and he's like,
okay.
okay,
Wait,
so
wait, wait, wait. Let me pause. That's the program they run. It's like you buy in for $500, and then you get your money back if you actually lose the weight.
yeah,
That is like there's a lot of cognitive bias going on there. That's pretty amazing. Good on them. That's a nice program.
yeah. No, it's so many people in Nelson have done it. And it's like, so I'm like, he said you're like 2.8% to 3%. And then, but the crazy number was I gained 4 pounds of muscle, 4 pounds of lean muscle
Yeah,
in 3 weeks, which
yeah,
is huge. Like go take like, 4 pounds of beef. That's pretty much muscle there. Like
yeah.
that's a lot. Like that's a lot of freaking muscle, man.
That is a
I
lot.
was,
My daughter weighs 10 pounds, so you almost have half her in muscle right now that you added on.
dude. And I was like, and he was like doing these like skin fold tests, and he's like, yeah, man, like you've lost like all this weight here and here, and pinching me, and I'm just like, dude, this is crazy. And then I took before and after, like I took pictures. Thank God I'm taking pictures. So you guys are gonna get to see me in my underwear sometime real soon. I'm so stoked about it. Like seeing the progression.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, it was so good. So I'm like so proud of that. I'm so happy. Like my whole life, I've never really experienced this sort of like belief in like where I was going with it and what was happening, and like seeing the progression and feeling it, and just like it's phenomenal. It's I don't know. It's
beauty,
pretty surreal actually.
beauty. All right,
So
let's wrap it there. We'll wrap
yeah,
it on the plus.
dude.
So we
On a
all get to
high
leave with you in
note.
your underwear.
Yeah, everybody. Oh, dude, it's gonna be
Yeah.
so good. I'm like, should I have worn shorts? No, no, no. We do this in our underwear.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well, we'll
Sick.
catch up with you next week, and we'll keep the momentum going. And yeah, we'll get to show off the new website next week, which is exciting too.
Awesome. Stoked.
Cool,
Okay,
buddy.
guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to
Talk
you
to you.
later. See you, Scott.